This is Lois with Diamonds and Things, coming to you from the Northeast on this nice, warm, sunny evening. And I hope you're all doing well and the weather is holding where you are. Also, I'm just dropping in to do a short whip and chat as it's evening for me and I worked today. Not that I worked for a long period of time, but it was only 4 hours, but I'm still adjusting to my new job hours, and I just wanted to, I haven't done a whip and chat in a while, at least with diamond painting. I've been doing a lot of cross stitch, but it's just because I don't have a lot of diamond paintings to show. I've shown most of what I have, and I've been working on this. This is called Floral Bee with Hive by Susan Wingate, and it's just so pretty. I love it. And I'm getting really close to being done. As you can see here, I have, let me just move this a little bit. I already have it on my light pad. Take this off here. And I'll show you the picture of her. There it is right there. And the extra light that you see is because I have my blinds open and the sun is shining in, and if I turn my ring light on, it'll show a ring light glare, and I don't want to do that. But I'm all the way up here, as you'll see in a minute, and I'm almost done. I call it almost done. You may not, but to me, it's quite the accomplishment. As I've been, like I said, I've been working and doing cross stitch, and my time is limited now, but I just think this is so pretty. And this is it's 42 by 8 times 47 times 8 centimeters, so it's almost a square, and it has 55 colors, and I think she does awesome work. So I saw this, and I'm a bee person. I love bees. Bees are so essential to our plants and everything. So I'm going to let me adjust things, and I'll get started here and do a little chit chat with you, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, I thank you for waiting. If you're still here, I appreciate it. If you're new here, I thank you for dropping by. If you're returning, I'm glad that you're back, and I hope you all enjoy this little chit chat and hang around till the end. I don't have anything new for the end, but you know, it's just nice to have you here, and I'm just adjusting. I don't know if you know this happens to you guys, but every time I go back to once I've started a diamond painting and I apologize for the shaking, and I've said this before, my ring light's attached to my table, so it does shake from time to time, so I hope you don't get seasick. But as I started saying, when you pick up, you know, your diamond painting and you put your canvas down and you come back to it, I don't know if you all notice how things seem to be like out of line, and some of the drills are popped up on it, and you just have to go back and readjust it and everything. But that's what I've noticed on a lot of mine that I've done. So, and I mean, not that the sticky on these Diamond Art Club canvases is very good, but I don't know, you know, from moving around or whatever. But that's my story about them, and I'm sticking to it. So what's happening in your neck of the woods? I'm going to diamond paint that symbol right there, and I like to use my yellow dog design tray. This thing is wonderful. I never have any problems with it, and I have my Be the Bird pen. I'm going to zoom out for a minute. This was from the Richard Lorenz event last January, and there's one every January. So maybe I'll get a different one this year. It will depend. And I just have wax, and I have a 4-placer here that I use, and my wax and my single tip also. So let me see how well I do this, because it's been a while since I've done a whip and chat, so bear with me if you will. And that's not even working. What the heck's the deal? It's upside down. That's a good start for the day, isn't it? Oh, what the heck? All right, well. So, what's happening here? Well, the weather's holding, that's for sure. We had a little bit of rain, but you're not here to hear a weather report. As I mentioned, I was working for Burlington Coat Factory. It's called Burlington. And I'll tell you what, that place is a zoo. I really didn't like it there, but it was a job at the time. I only lasted there 3 months. And I wanted a non-stressful job in a decent environment to work in, as I'm sure there's a lot of wax hanging out here, as I'm sure anybody can relate. And Burlington was not a good working environment. I didn't like the clientele there, and I didn't like the boss. She had changed my schedule one time, and the original schedule wasn't to go into like 1 to 6 or something like that, and she calls me and texts me at like 7:30 in the morning. No, it was probably about 8, and asked me, she said, "Lois, are you coming?" It's like, no, I'm not scheduled till 1 o'clock. And, you know, I don't need to work for somebody who is wishy-washy and does shit like that, excuse my language. But, and then, you know, she wouldn't take responsibility for her actions, so it's like, it wasn't my fault. And, besides, it was always too stinking hot in that store. And I got fed up with being the only cashier, although whenever I called for help, for backup, somebody always came. But that's not the point. I even had customers, you know, say something about, you're the only cashier, when there's like, you know, 4 people behind them. So I don't need that, you know. It was just, and working, and that wasn't the main thing. That was just part of it. But she'd only schedule, I mean, and this wasn't just me, but they were only scheduling, she was only scheduling me sometimes, if I was lucky, 4 hours a week. It's like, hello, how do you even, you know, I mean, that's just ridiculous. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but it's been a while since I've done a whip and chat, so I don't remember what I talked about last time. But, you know, I didn't need that crap, so. So I have a better job. It's only a cashier job, but I'll tell you what, it's much better. I'm guaranteed at least 15 hours a week. And I know I've mentioned this on some of my cross stitch whips, but yeah, I'm just doing a timeline thing. But I'm working at ShopRite, which is a good store, and the people are, the bosses anyway, are very not lenient, but very congenial and helpful. And like I said, I'm guaranteed 15 hours a week. Actually, I'm working 24 hours this week. So I like that. That check will be coming very handy. So, and I know people don't like to talk about money and stuff, but you know, money's part of our lives. You know, without it, we don't have anything. So, and I'm not about to go, I've been to the bottom before, and I'm not going back, especially at this age. I won't do it. So I'd rather, not that I want to work in my retirement years, but you do what you have to do. So this is what I'm doing in it. I mean, it's not a bad job at all. So although, it's funny, I don't know if a lot of you have heard this before, but people say that I've heard, and I'll have to agree with that. And I don't mean to offend anybody who doesn't live in this area, or who does live in this area, I should say. But I'll tell you, people down south are much more friendlier than here in the Northeast. I mean, people talk to you down south, at least in South Carolina and in Florida. But I'll tell you what, people will just, and I don't know, maybe it's just me because I lived down there for so long. It's not that I expect people to, greet me and be friendly, but at the same time, I guess I am, because I'm a sociable person. My daughter might disagree, but because sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get me to go anyplace. But I don't know. It's just different up here. And it's funny, I grew up in New York and I lived here in Connecticut, but I was busy raising kids and working then, and I didn't, I hadn't lived down south yet, so, well, I did when I was real young, but a lot younger, not really young. But I don't know, have you ever experienced anything like that? Have you noticed the difference in temperaments of people? If you've lived different places? Because I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way, but something I have to put up with, like other stuff in life, So, but yeah, so I'm working more than I expected, actually, but it's okay. So I might be a little bit scarce. It doesn't mean I don't want to come on and see everybody and chit-chat, but my work and my survival comes first. So if I'm scarce, just hang in there. I don't have a lot of time to watch videos anymore. I used to lay in bed at night and watch a lot of them, but the minute I hit the hay, it's like I'm out. So, and I can't take my phone to the register. So, and obviously I wouldn't watch videos while I was working anyway. So, and the boss at this place, she's a nice person. She's, of course, all work, and God forbid you should stand there and talk to anybody, because she doesn't like that. And it's funny, what was it, yesterday? I was talking to one of the customers, and she's a new nurse in the ER at one of the hospitals, and we're standing there talking, and I didn't have anybody in line waiting. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been talking like I was. But we were standing there talking. All of a sudden, she pops out from her podium that she has at one of the end of the aisles and looks at me like, she just looked right at me, because she doesn't like us talking, us being, the cashiers talking to each other anyway. And I think she thought that's what was going on, but I was talking to a customer, and if I can't talk to customers, that's a problem, because that's all I do. You have to be friendly. So, and maybe I'm too friendly, I don't know. But, if there's people in line, I'm not going to stand there and chit-chat. So, it's not what I'm there for. But I hope this is making sense to you, because I'm tired. But I wanted to get on here and, share some stuff. So I wanted to sing my, am I out of frame here? I don't think so. as I'm working right there. And I have this turned sideways, as you can see. It's because it's easier to work on. Excuse me. So, I hope everybody's doing well. I know there's a lot of strange things happening in the world right now. People being shot for dumb reasons and, other things going on. But isn't that always the way? I don't know if a lot of it is propaganda stuff, and I don't know. Did you see? Oh my gosh. Did you see that China and Russia flew over international waters together? That's pretty scary, in my opinion, that they're working together. And I'm not trying to be political, but I guess you could take it like that. But I don't know, that's quite a concern. So we don't need another world war, that's for sure. But anyway, sorry, I won't get into heaviness here. There's no reason to do that. All right, it just popped into my little pea brain here, so. I've got a couple PR packages coming up. They're cross-stitched, but they're, PR packages. Sorry about the bump. So if you're interested in cross-stitch, hang around. I've got one. I've got, I think I'm expecting 2, and then I just got another one I have to choose from Painting Fairy. They give me a budget and I choose from there, so that'll be a few weeks at least. I'm gonna go through there tomorrow and pick out something. I was looking already tonight, but I'm too tired to pick out anything tonight. So, and I've been jonesing to diamond paint. So I wanted to sit here and do this with you guys. So I really have enjoyed working on this canvas. I had joined the Cheryl Baker event, and I only got like a quarter of her canvas done. And I don't know, I mean, I like it a lot, but I just, for some reason, I don't know, I got burnt out on it already. But after this, I'm gonna finish that one, and my goal is to start a Richard Lorenz. I think I might have to sell, not that I have to, I think I may sell some of my Richard Lorenz canvases, kits, I think. I don't think I'll ever get them done, and you know how it is. It's one of those Sable things, stash beyond life expectancy, as I heard Tita say one time. So, how's your stash? Do you have a Sable stash? Or do you have a Sable, should I say? Kind of sounds like stable, doesn't it? But so I'm looking forward to the new TV series are starting soon. I just lost the name of this series that I like. Oh my gosh. It's starting October 2nd, I think. What's it called? Oh my goodness. What is her name? Holy cow. I can see her. Anyway, I'm looking forward to actually seeing the FBI series starting again. I'm hoping they're coming back on. I haven't seen any advertisements for them. So, all right, well, that's on the other. I usually just run just keep going, but yeah, maybe I will. Just because I'm working that way, so why not? And you know, you guys know, I'm sure, that when you pull this, you have to be careful because, I'm sorry, I'm talking about the release paper. Let me pull out a little bit here. Because when I pull this, sometimes it rips. If you're not careful, it won't rip down the serrate like that. It's not ripping right. Yep, it's going crooked. Oh well. All right, let me get my cover minder here and hold this back. I have my Richard Lorenz cover minder. Look at that. You see that? Isn't she pretty? I really like Richard Lorenz canvases. They're so colorful. And the last one I bought was a Gladys. I can't remember whatever the last one is that he put out. I actually had bought the print of it, and he puts the prints out first, and then they then they submit them to Diamond Art Club, actually, because I have the print and now I have the diamond painting, and I don't know if I'm going to keep that one. Sorry. Hold on 1 minute, I'm gonna go look at the name. It's called Claude and Claudette, and like I said, I already have the print, and I didn't even realize it when I ordered the diamond painting. So I just might sell that one. If you're listening and you like Richard Lorenz and you don't have that Richard Lorenz, let me know. Just email me, and we can talk about it. And I don't usually, promote stuff like that, but I'm just talking about them, so I thought I'd just mention it. So, I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. All right. Readjusting here, obviously. So when I work on cross stitch, when I do a stitch along, it seems like I'm always over to the right here, and I have to work on that. Of course, I just got a PR package from somebody that I'm going to do a video on. I'll probably do it tomorrow, and I'll go up Saturday. And I got a stand, so I'm going to try that out. And hopefully I won't veer off to the right. Hopefully it'll be a better filming experience for people, or for me, and better watching for you guys. So I have to admit, and this is nothing against anybody, some people videotape every day, and it's wonderful. I just think to myself, I don't have that much to say to videotape every day. So it's just like, what am I going to say? But I thank you for bearing with me. And I'm going to go downstairs shortly, and I finished a cross stitch. I did a Instagram reel on it. If you're interested, check me out at lois.a.becker. And it's a really short Instagram reel, but it shows the cross stitch that I just finished, and I really enjoyed that one. So I'm going to try to finish a couple of my smaller ones, and I'll be working on one of the larger ones, hopefully, once I get my frame set up that I just got. So I want to get one from Painting Fairy one of these days, because their stands are awesome. But I'm not doing a cross stitch video today, so I'll be quiet. I've already said enough about cross stitch. So sorry if that annoys you that I combine the subjects there, but it just, whoops, I just popped that right off, didn't I? So I just finished a book, which is really, I hadn't been reading for a while, but I like Randy Wayne White, he's called. He's from Sanibel Island, and he writes books about Doc Ford, and Doc Ford is his character in the book, and he's a marine biologist, and it's really easy reading, and like I said, I just finished it, and I finished it in a month, which is good for me, especially with everything else that I have going on. But I've been laying in bed at night. When I come upstairs to go to sleep, I lay there and read. And I know I just contradicted myself because I've been reading instead of watching videos, actually, is what I've been doing. But then I'll read and turn on, put a video on, and then I fall asleep. So I kind of been doing both, but reading helps me relax, and I missed reading, so I decided to start reading again. I've got so many books still to read, it's ridiculous. I hope my hand hasn't been in the way most of the time. I'm trying to stay on camera here. So, anybody doing events? I know there was a check-along, but I think that's over. And Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 has a paint-along every month with a different theme. Check them out if you're not, if you haven't joined them on Facebook. And you can catch them on YouTube also. Crafty Chef Diamond is the head of that. We have themes every month that we go by. And what is this month's theme, by the way? And I know I'm missing one. September is Remembrance and Memorial. And there's another, Luscious Landscapes for September. Next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. True Vampire Crafts is doing the Remembrance and Memorial. I'm not sure who's doing the Luscious Landscapes, and I apologize, but I didn't write that down. Next month, like I said, is Breast Cancer Awareness with Diamond PETA. So check that out if you're interested. All right, well, I'm going to end here. I thank you for joining me. I hope that you'll come back. And if you will, please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a better day tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.